So, I had my first ever concert photo shoot. We also had a historical election in Hungary, which we have won with a huge majority. So today I thought I'd make a little catch-up video. I haven't spoken to you guys in a while. I think the last video I made was the Nothing Phone 4A Pro video, but I recorded that like over a month ago, and I haven't recorded anything since then, and I will tell you guys why in a second. So basically, at the beginning of April, I flew to Budapest, mainly because of the election and to see friends and family, and I got sick. Like on the second day, I got sick, and as you can maybe still hear, I'm still a little bit sick. My voice was gone, I had a fever, I was coughing, my nose was running for about 2 weeks. This is getting into the third week, and I'm still not 100%, and I'm still having symptoms. So my Budapest trip wasn't really how I planned it, and I planned a lot of things, but none of that happened. So, but before I go through my first concert experience, or I should say shooting a concert, I want to go through kind of what I've planned to do in Budapest, because I had a lot of things in my mind. I wanted to make a video about the Nothing 4A Pro. I wanted to do just a normal, like a street photography video. I wanted to make like a couple of vlogs. I had so many ideas, but the sickness got in the way, and I made 0 videos. So this was about, I think, a day before the election. I got a message from one of my friends on Instagram, and he asked me if I wanted to shoot their first ever like solo gig, their solo concert in Budapest, and I was like, yeah, sure, sounds fun. I've never really done anything like that, and I didn't have the gear to shoot it, but I was like, you know, I'm not gonna say no to taking pictures, and especially taking pictures of things that I've never done before. So yeah, this was a Saturday, and I wasn't feeling too good. We went to the venue like 2 hours before. We went downstairs, the guys were doing sound check, they came out. I never actually met any of them. I've only been friends with the guy who plays the guitar over Instagram. And they're a small band, they're getting up there. So this venue was about, I'm not sure, like 150 people. So we got there. I started panicking straight away because, you know, I only had my Fujifilm X100S, which was not made for anything like that. Not anything that's fast moving or that is in the dark, or, you know, anything. Basically, it's a 13-year-old camera, so yeah, I had my doubts, and I kind of told them, you know, like not to expect anything great from this, but, you know, I thought, let's see, what's the worst that can happen, you know? Maybe I get one good picture, or nothing. So I started messing with the flash, because I knew that I needed that, or I would need that, because I couldn't crank up the ISO as much as I need to without the flash. So I started messing around with the flash, with the built-in flash, obviously, and changed some settings, took some sample images of the venue. The guys were standing in the same line as the audience was, so there was no stage. And then the venue's photographer came in with a huge Canon camera with 3 lenses, with a huge flash, like a separate flash. And yeah, my confidence went way down again. I had to up my game. Like, I knew she was shooting for the venue and I was shooting for the guys, but still I had this feeling, you know, when you see someone that has a better gear, and I'm here stuck with this 13-year-old gear that wasn't meant for shooting this. Yeah, so I had a lot of doubts, as I said. And then the lights dimmed and the guys came in, and yeah, my fever kicked in, my voice was gone, like now, way worse than now. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. The beginning was very, very rough. I didn't know what to do. The 35mm lens is really, it's not meant for this. It's way too close. I had to constantly move, get behind them, get to the side. There was no stage, so they were standing in the same line as the audience, so I had to walk back and forth in front of the first row and not get in the way of the venue's photographer. I just kept moving. I didn't really have time to think, and basically after it felt like 10 minutes, the set was done, and I quickly glanced at the back of my camera, and yeah, I wasn't really happy with what I saw. So as you can imagine, when I got back home and started editing, I wasn't the happiest camper seeing the images. The light was way too saturated, and it was just dark. The flash wasn't strong enough, or I should say, if I set it to the strongest, then it would have looked even worse. So yeah, I just had this whole dilemma in my head as to what to do and how to edit them. At one point I basically just gave up. I closed my laptop and I was like, I told the guys they're not gonna be professional, if any. So I kind of had that as a backup if they ask me where the pictures are. But then I clicked on black and white. And when I clicked on black and white, the noise suddenly became film grain, and the dramatic light, became more cinematic. And yeah, it just made me realize, okay, this could be something. So I've selected about, I don't know, 30, 40 images. Honestly, I took way more. And I just started editing them. I had my my Panasonic Handycam with me, as you saw the clips. And yeah, my partner and my sister was there as well, so they helped me record with the Panasonic to get some old school, retro footage of the concert. So that definitely helped as well, and added some nice touches to it. What I'm trying to ramble about is basically the black and white stripped away the technical flaws of the old sensor and the old camera, and it actually brought back the raw energy the band had and the whole night had, and I think it really comes through with these black and white images. This trip has taught me two things. One is that the wrong gear is sometimes basically what you need to find your new style and find something new or learn something new. And number two is basically just showing up. Even when you're sick, you're tired, you have zero energy to do this, you don't have the gear to do it, but when you just show up, you can create a lot of meaningful things and capture something great that not only me, but the band really like the pictures as well. They really like the images, they really like the videos. So yeah, showing up, I think, is sometimes the most important thing. To close things off, a huge thanks to Imago Mundi. I will link the band down there. Their new album just came out. It's in Hungarian, but I think you get the vibe and how great they are, even if you don't understand the lyrics. So I will definitely link their new album down below. Give them a listen. And yeah, I hope this made sense. I was kind of rambling all over the place, but basically what I was trying to say is that I had a lot of plans in Budapest. I got sick. We had a huge election win, which was awesome. I had my first concert shoot, and that it once again taught me how important it is to show up, how important it is to just do it, even when you don't feel like doing it. Oh yeah, and the most important thing, oh my God, I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video, but if you made it this far, thank you so much for 1,000 subs. I had two very big videos in March with the Nothing Phone 4A Pro, which one of them is over 36,000 views, which is absolutely crazy. And we're way over 1,000 subs, which is again crazy. So thank you so much. I know these videos are not gonna get tens of thousands of views, but I'm making them for people who care and for myself, because I like making these. So yeah, thank you so much for 1,000 subs. If you're not subscribed, then subscribe. And if you learned anything from this, or if you're just in a good mood and want to make me feel less sick, then you should hit the like button and leave a comment about whatever. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I'm gonna go, I don't know, lay down and sleep. Peace.